right, so this is Byno and Boomer's Roadmap to Success video. So when I got here, the dogs were pretty excited, which you can see in the dog greeting video, and they were just really excited to have a new guest in the home. From what I can tell from the guardians, that since Boomer, the puppy, is the one who most recently came into the home, Byno was starting to learn how to bark mostly because the puppy was barking. So to kind of help out with some of this behavior, we want to teach the dogs how to make sure they're coming out of their kennels with good calm energy. So every time Boomer comes out of his kennel, we want to wait for him to come out until he is nice and calm. Nice and calm meaning that he's not sitting and then bursting out of his kennel. We want him to be sitting, and then if you start to open the kennel door and he jumps up and pops up, we want to shut the door again. We want to get him to the point where he's so calm that you open the door and he comes walking out. That will be one goal for them in a new rule to kind of incorporate. Byno already knows how to do that and is already good at that. So we want to do that and make sure the dogs are sitting before going through doors, and then no furniture for 30 days or until the behavioral problems have been fixed for Boomer. Byno doesn't really have any kind of behavioral problems, so we're not going to worry about that with him. I want to encourage the guardians to make sure that whenever the dogs are out, that they're able to kind of observe them and make sure that they're working with them, and to teach them to start learning personal boundaries. So if one of the dogs is in the kennel, we want to make sure we're establishing the boundary that they're not allowed to just run over and start pesking at each other and trying to bother the other one. So you want to make sure you're on top of it and disagreeing with them, using the escalating consequences if they go near each other's kennels. So that's for both of them. The other thing is that most dogs need at least about 45 minutes of exercise per day. When we have a puppy, we definitely want to exercise, especially for a bigger dog. It's just all that much more important. But for us, the exercise is really going to be a multi-method approach for helping, especially Boomer, in many facets of his life. One, we're going to be getting out some of that excess energy for him. Two, if Byno goes with him, we're able to help him start to calm down and work around being each other in a nice calm energy. They're starting to walk next to each other, they're learning how to not take the leadership position over one another, and they're starting to become equals so they can be in the house and have nice calm energy. And then the third thing is that it's helping them learn how to be nice and calm when other people or dogs when other people or dogs walk by. Remember, again, just to reiterate, distance is your friend. So the farther you are from the person or dog that's walking by, the calmer the dogs will be. So if they start to get worked up, even if they just make a little noise, like a little whine, that's a great time to kind of back one of the dogs up, mostly Boomer if he's the one who's getting worked up. That way he starts to learn that he can kind of get away from the people, and I want to encourage the guardians to not have people approach him and pet him until he gets to the point where he's very calm and you've had a couple of weeks of people being able to walk right by him without him kind of getting reactive. The next step would then be to have people come over and toss treats to him or offer treats to him out of their hand, and let him start to make positive associations. So when people approach him, he's getting yummy treat rewards and he's getting something really exciting out of the deal. The other thing I want to remind you is to make sure that the dogs are starting to have things to chew on often. So let's make sure we're getting like marrow bones. Go ahead and put them in the freezer so they're frozen and it takes a long time for them to work through, and give those to them at least once a day so they have something to do. It uses up mental energy as well as general energy. All right, so this is their roadmap to success. Remember, everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.